Most people don't realize that we are born talkers and we are born listeners, but none of us are born readers. Reading is something you have to rewire your brain to do.
Before being diagnosed with dyslexia, I was probably avoiding reading where I could. I've always had issues with my eyes, so I would just assume that it was a problem with my eyes. And if it was a paperwork thing, I'd delay. It's quite an anxious way of living, and I would say dyslexia causes a lot of anxiety. When we look at the text with dyslexia, it can be almost seen as a block, and it's a bit overwhelming. And then starting to look at individual words, it can feel like they're jumping and wiggling around. I have so many Bibles where I've tried bigger print, I've tried all different styles of Bibles, and I don't pick it up enough. The bigger paragraphs, just thinking I've got to get through that paragraph, and quite often the sense would be lost. And the whole point with the Bible is to also understand God and know God better.
There's a few features you might notice when you open up the ESV Dyslexic Friendly Bible. Starting to read, you'll obviously see a typeface you haven't seen before. We call it Grace because what more appropriate name for a Bible typeface than Grace? That's what it's all about. If you look at the Grace font, you will see there's two predominant design features. One, all letters are made heavy to the baseline. Why is that? It's because some dyslexic readers see letters like bouncing balloons, and that doesn't help the readability. Secondly, we put a lot of makeup on the design to make the letter shapes of the words look more crunchy and more recognizable. The B and P looks very different, the M and N looks very different.
The Grace font is great, it grounds it, and it's really good for me. I currently use it on my computer, and my efficiency, my time, my accuracy, it's just flowing, and I think it's how it should have been in the first place. But I'm only now going, gosh, everything is so much quicker and easier.
Combined with the typeface design, that's the layout principles. Every time there's a paragraph that runs longer than 11 lines, we find a full stop in the middle of the paragraph, and we insert a blank line. All readers will find it easier to read the next paragraph. So you take that one, you'll take the next one, you'll take the next one. It also includes, as the first book I know of, the 10 folios, 10 specific colors that are proven to help you have a more easy read. Some people experience a typeface on a white page would create a flicker. Other people might see letters with a little bit of glowing, which also hinder the reading. The colors of the folios help you diminish that or even make it completely disappear. This is special, and hopefully it helps people that otherwise struggle with reading the Bible.
Actually being able to have a Bible that's in the font, people can reconnect with God, reconnect with the Bible. It's just going to make such a difference to people. Working with Klaus over the last 5 years, I wouldn't have imagined it would get to this point where we're doing a Bible. So it's gone far and beyond what I'd ever imagined. So it's going to be really good to see what God does with it.
Developing a Bible typeface is complicated. Developing a typeface that has a special task to be more readable for dyslexic is 3 times as complicated. So why bother? And that's easy. We tried to convey the content of the Bible in the best possible way. And if that takes 5 years of development to create a dyslexic friendly typeface, well, we'll do it again.